Hey everybody, it's Terry from Early Girls Yarn. So excited to see you all again. So you can find me easiest on Instagram at the Early, what is it? No, it's just Early Girls Yarn or Ravelry, the Early Birds. And it's Earley because, our last name is not spelled correctly, which is ironic because I don't spell well at all. And this is my awesome guest, Emily, and you can find her.
You can find me on Instagram at Kalm Collection, Kalm Collection, all one word. On Facebook at Kalm Collection, and also on Etsy at Kalm Collection.
Awesome. Now, Emily, tell us about Kalm Collection. Where did that name come from?
Well, it's spelled Kalm. I've got 4 children. My oldest is Molly. She is 19. My second oldest is Allison. Allie, she likes to be called Allie. She's 17.
She would correct you.
She would correct me really quickly. My third daughter is Katen, and we ended with a little boy, Liam. So my whole life is pretty much my kids. So I knew I wanted to incorporate their names somehow in it. So it's doing it age-wise wouldn't make a word. So I did it Kalm, Katen, Allie, Liam, Molly.
Which I love. And I love that you are a mom who's killing it. She does great work.
Trying, thanks.
Oh, yeah. And has her business at home and a fellow maker. So how did you get into, well, first, let's start. Project bags are not your first foray.
No. I mean, this is brand new. This fiber world is brand new.
We'll tell that story in a minute because that's awesome. But
Yeah.
tell me, how did you become a maker?
So I've always been a stay-at-home mom. I had my oldest when I was younger, 21. So I stayed home with her. And then I knew I wanted to start doing like Halloween costumes. So that's really how it started. Her first Halloween costume somebody else made, but her second Halloween costume, I'm like, it was a mess, but I tried and I did it. And then I was pregnant with Allie, and my good friend Hillary, who I'm still best friends with to this day, I wanted to make a quilt.
Nice.
And it was the most simple, just block quilt. I quilted it just knotting it. I mean, but Allie still has it to this day. And then I just started with their Halloween costumes every single year, and I got crazy about it. Anytime somebody wanted to buy it at the store, I'm like, no, I will make your costume. So, and then a few years ago, somebody had ordered something, either a dress or can you make my child a dress or something, and everybody loved it, and it just kind of took off from there.
So she has made, I'll pop some pictures in here. 2 years ago, I think, Katen was Belle with
Yes.
this beautiful yellow,
Yeah.
amazing costume.
Yeah.
Crazy. It was almost like a prom dress.
It looked
was
like a beauty
amazing.
pageant.
Oh my gosh, she looked like Belle.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
So I will pop a picture in of that. And then you have also made clothes with matching American Girl doll dresses, just saying, for Cece, who you guys have all met.
Yes.
She's a little bit of a diva. So I have pictures of that I'll pop in so you can see Emily's other work. She's pretty fantastic.
Thank you. I
So
love it.
You guys know I knit pretty much everywhere. And I was knitting during volleyball, I think a practice, I don't know. And I had a Christmas bag, which I just got into bags, like December?
Yeah.
No, January, recently. And I'm like, man, no, it had to be November, December. Like, I've got this awesome bag, and I love my bags with my projects, but I can't have Christmas rocking out all year round. Like, I need some flavor. So I turned to Emily and thought, like, you should make bags. So
She said, you should make bags. I'm like, okay. So I did.
And the next week, I kid you not, she comes in and she's like, how about these?
It was fun. It really got me like excited about a new project and doing something. I love my dresses. I love my quilts. I love doing all that. But this was different, and it was different material because it's the thicker, like twill canvas and things like that instead of just the regular apparel cotton.
Oh, yeah. So needless to say, the creative wheels are turning. And what you will notice if you go and check out some of her dresses, Emily's got a gift for matching materials and matching colors, and she's just got an eye for that. So let's show some of your creations.
All right. Well, let's start with this one. So I love this fabric. It's the succulent. Everybody loves succulents and plants right now. And I wanted to match it with some sort of, gingham buffalo print. So this is the bag. All the bags that I have right now roughly measure 9.5 inches tall. Sizes may vary just because I hand make everything for my home. And 10.5 inches width. They all have drawstrings that cinch closed. They all have handles that you can carry them. You can put it on your wrist. And then this bag, 2 of my bags in particular have pockets on the inside. So you can put your patterns, because that was one thing. I don't remember if your bag had a pocket and you just kind of had it in there. I'm like,
it didn't. It was just kind of thrown in there.
Yeah,
and
I'm
I
like,
do love the pocket because I always have a pattern with me.
Yes, she has a pattern. And then you could, again, I don't know, you can put your needles, your scissors, your blockers, all of that kind of stuff. So that's this first bag.
Yep. And we have some, we're going to bring this bag out again a little bit later.
Yes. Okay.
So we're going to put that away for just now.
Perfect. Okay, this bag is so cute. I love this bag. This bag has the little llamas on it.
Which yarn people, llamas.
They love llamas. And I love muted colors. I'm not much of a bold, bright.
I'm working on it.
Yes, she is. Which that one's a bit more out of my comfort zone as far as colors.
I'm working on it.
I love that one. This one with the llamas. And then I just matched it with this bluish gray arrow pattern. Again, drawstring.
Well, yeah. I'm excited about what we put in this bag.
Yes.
So look at what this can fit, just to give you some idea. So inside we have my Sunset Highway sweater, which you ladies know I've been working on. So it's not a small project. I mean, it's a pretty big project. It's not done yet, but it's pretty big. And then all of the skeins, well, you know my dilemma about not very many left of those colors, but I have all the other ones. So there's just about, I would say probably 3 full skeins in there, plus the project. And it closes just fine. There's still room. And by the time the project grows more, the skeins, the bottom will be less.
Right.
So I think it will work for the whole project. And that will be a 5 skein, maybe 6 I don't know about that. You all know my dilemma about that color. Maybe 6 skein sweater. So that's really cool. They're nice sizes.
That one also has the pocket on the inside. Okay, and then this one, hand that to you to put over there. I love this one.
This is like this one, the classy one.
I love this one. Yeah. So this is faux leather on the bottom. It's not real. Again, drawstring handle, easy to carry, and all of them. Have my little, just so you know, it has a little Kalm collection.
All her awesome details.
It just has a KC and then a heart on the other side, and then the inside it'll have like a little tag as well. But this one, we chocked a lot of stuff in there.
Oh my gosh! So we wanted to see how many skeins could we fit in these bags, because that's like. I'm a shopper. I need to know these things.
She's got to know.
Okay, so we'll go. So these 2 are Woolberry. I'll hold them up so you can see them a little bit, just so we can show off some yarn too. Aren't those fun? Awesome. So it's 2. And then I've got 3 Primrose. These are actually all going to be a shawl, because they've got that challenge going on right now to use their yarn with and this coral color. I didn't even know coral was the end thing, but with Woolen Knitworks design. So that's going to be a shawl. Super excited. And then I have 3 more. These are all hedgehog fibers, and this is going to be the Doodler shawl by Stephen West. So look at how fun those colors are. Bright and sassy. Perfect for spring. So it fit 8 skeins quite easily. Oh yeah. Yeah, it was great. So really, I can't stress enough how nice the size the bags are. Yeah.
So with this, I'm like, I'll take my quilts and I'll hand sew the binding if I'm different places, and I never have any. I just shove the scissors and the thread in my purse. So I'm like, wouldn't it be nice to have notion, like a little bags for notions?
So she did.
I love these. I made little matching notion bags with the same. So it's got the little faux, I think this would be a suede closure. And this one fits. Okay, you guys are probably all going to laugh because I don't knit, but I got these because I think they're cute. They're just wooden needles and full-size scissors.
And some stitch markers.
Yep. So that can easily all be put in the bag. So this bag in particular does not have the pocket because you can get the bag to go with.
And look at this cutie.
This is a little tiny guy. So this one I just have a little pair of scissors here. Because I'm sure you guys don't use full size.
I use those are the ones I use. I like little ones.
And just little measuring tape. So these ones are, let me measure them real quick in front of you. Sorry. So this is 5 inches by 3.5 inches.
Super adorable.
Reference. And this one is 10.5 by 4.5. So, and they can both, they're compact, so they can just slide right down into the side.
And be matching.
Who doesn't want to match?
I hate to be spoiler alert, but I'm keeping all of these today.
She's keeping them all.
Because I need them. But there are going to be more on the website for sure.
Yes.
So why don't you talk a little bit about prices?
Okay, so for each one of the bigger bags, these are going to be $35. I advertise on my Instagram.
I've got little.
Oh, thank you. On my Instagram, they'll obviously be on my Etsy. That's where you go to purchase everything. But they'll also be advertisement on my Kalm Collection Facebook page. So these ones are $35. The bigger Notions bag will be $13, and the smaller Notion bag will only be $8. So
Super adorable.
yeah,
Super affordable.
so I am working on. I love doing florals. My kids tease me that I'm an old grandma. I have an older home, so I have wallpaper in my house. It's all floral. I love that. So I'm working on newer bags that will be floral for spring and things like that. But for right now, this is what we have.
Well, and I think that the really neat thing about it being like a passion for you and just something a little bit different for you is that she's always looking at material for her dresses and such. So I don't know that you're going to have like 500 of these one bag.
Right.
I think that the patterns might change more frequently because that's part of, it seems to be what you're really enjoying is finding these new patterns to put together in the new fabrics. So that's really fun. So not everyone will have this bag. They're kind of unique.
Yep.
So yeah,
At this
limited
point,
limited runs.
Yes. At this point, I think we're going to do 15. So limited quantity, 15 per bag. So 15 of the llama, 15 of the succulent, 15 of the more modern ones. So
that'll be cool. Now we've got some other exciting news.
Yes.
So we decided we're teaming up together. I'm going to put all of my lovely yarn that I'm hoarding in my lap because I've got my notes down here, so I can't put it back on the table. So I'm just going to toss it down here for a minute. I mean, big problem to have, right? All these wonderful, beautiful skeins.
she's got a lot of yarn. I've been here before, but this is a lot of yarn. I love it.
It's just a little bit.
Fun. I know.
I think the collection's grown since you've been here.
Probably has.
I can't confirm that, but I think so. Okay, so we are giving away. Yeah, we'll do the giveaway, and then I do want to show. Well, so I failed to mention. This is like part one. Normally, I just do all my podcasts all at once, one shot. I'm good and done. But I have my special Emily here. So this is part one, and I'm not far enough along on the rest of my knitting to show you much progress for next week. So in part two, I'll show you how all of the skeins fit for my fading point shawl, which is a pretty big shawl in what will be my new black or my new gray and leather bag. So for the giveaway, Emily and I are teaming up together. I am giving away a Hooker's Corner.
It's the prettiest colors.
And we'll have she had professional pictures done because she's amazing. So I'll pop a nice picture up this, and this will be on Instagram. So this is the skein. It is her Horizon colorway. We thought it went really well. Emily's giving away one of the succulent bags. So you could win an awesome skein and the succulent bag. So for the giveaway, we're going to post. So as I said, we're taping this a little bit sooner than I normally would. So, What's Up Wednesdays. So Wednesdays are when I'm going to be posting all of my podcasts. So that'll be the 27th of February, which is today. We're going to post it today on Instagram, both of our Instagrams.
Yes.
And we're asking everyone to like and follow. And then you can tag as many people as you want.
Tag them all. Tag all the people.
Whoever you would like, yes. And every tag is going to be a new entry. And then we're also going to allow you to subscribe. And if you comment on this video on YouTube, what question should we have them answer? What do you like most about project bags? What do you look for in a project bag?
What do you look for in a project bag?
So if you can post that, you'll be entered as well. We appreciate all of that. And we're going to appreciate getting to know everybody and getting to know more people. So we're happy to do this, and we're happy to have these out. Now, Emily, we also know that not everybody's going to win. So it's going to be obviously one winner.
One person.
So what she has so graciously done is she's doing a nice little coupon for everybody. So why don't you talk about that?
So I'm going to be doing 15% off your entire purchase in my Etsy shop between
I think we did the February 27th through March 15th.
Yes. So 15% off.
Which is awesome.
So here's your coupon code. It's EG Bags all one word, EGBAGS.
Yep.
And you just put that in when you're checking out, and you'll receive 15% off your whole order.
And EG, of course, for early girls.
Yes.
So how awesome is that?
And if you order, I don't just have the bags on my Etsy shop. I mean, it's off your total purchase. So dresses, anything else that's on there.
So if you have, and so Cece, the dresses she made for Cece was 8. Which worked, but I think that was probably like you're like a toddler type.
I do more, yes, toddler, younger ones. I also do custom orders,
right.
Like how you did for.
Of course.
Yeah. So I have, and I also work with a couple of shops here locally. So I'm working on getting stuff to them. I'm working on getting new stuff out, Easter dresses.
But yeah, like Easter dresses, huge.
Yes.
And I'm wondering. Because I don't know that you necessarily have the American Girl doll dresses for each dress, but if
right.
they
for
messaged you
absolutely.
for an Easter dress,
yep.
you could whip one up.
Yes.
I'll put, it's worth it. Like Cece was over the moon.
She was so excited.
Wore
so
her little
cute.
had her American Girl doll
yes.
dress and took her all around too. So if you have a girl who's into dresses,
yes.
highly recommend that. That was great. Oh, and for the winners. So everybody knows I'm heading to the Rose City Yarn Crawl in Portland. Wow. Yay. I will be back in Iowa on the 13th. We're going to have this drawing go through the 15th, which is Friday. And then we'll probably work that weekend to count everything. Mm-hmm. And then we'll announce the winner on the 20th,
yes.
which will be, I think that was the date, that next Wednesday. I think it's March 20th. We'll announce it here on YouTube, and then we'll put it on Instagram as well. So thank you so much. Thank you for being creative and solving my bag problem.
Thanks for pushing me to do it.
Of course. Of course. Yeah, and I can't wait to see your future floral bags, because I know they'll be
and that'll
amazing.
Be a bit of a different design as well.
Oh yeah, she's so creative. So. She can see one thing and she's like, oh, I can do that, and then like the next week it's done, and you're like, how do you? Because she's got 4 kids. Like, how is this even possible?
Busy mama.
Yeah, with a full-time job and 4 kids and running. Good Lord, but she does it because you're amazing.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. This is part 2 of this week's Early Girls podcast episode. You already have seen, I'm going to put Emily from Kalm Collection, that segment and that interview is already up because she's amazing. So this is a few days later because I needed to get more knitting done before I recorded the rest of it. But we are one week really away from when we are leaving Iowa to start our trek out to the Rose City Yarn Crawl. So lots of fun things to talk about. All right, so in the first segment, part A, I was wearing this awesome shawl that I wanted to show you. I didn't talk about it, but I wanted to show you a little bit of this shawl. It's called Eastern Glow. Samantha, and I want to look to make sure I'm saying this last name right. Gerwin. She, and I'll tag her, but she is the designer. I was fortunate enough to be able to test knit this. This was out of Dream Yarns. I can't remember, a kit from last, I don't know, February maybe, but it is awesome. I get a lot of wear out of it. I normally am not a huge, big, bright pink girl. That's one of the things that's actually, I'm looking for in Portland. It's like one of those get out of your comfort zone. I'm going to try and find some awesome pink that I want to incorporate in a sweater and make that a big part of the sweater. So maybe even the main part, I don't know. We'll see. But pink, I'm coming for you in Portland. So anyway, this was an awesome shawl. Love it. It's got some 2-color brioche in there. Not so much that you feel like that's all you're doing. She mixes it up real nicely. I'll stand up a little bit. She mixes it up real nicely. There's some awesome lace sections. There's some striping sections, some eyelet sections, and then the 2-color brioche. So it's just enough to add a really great interest without it becoming all that you do. Because as much as I love brioche, and I do, for whatever reason right now anyway, the whole brioche project, so if it's total brioche, that's a lot for me right now. So I tend to steer away from those, but I like the ones where it's kind of a little bit in between because I get the feel of it. I get the experience of doing that great technique without having the whole world become about that. Because I have to really concentrate still. It's not just second nature yet. So I'm sure it just means I need to practice more. All right, so I'm going to roll into what I'm working on. I have 2 awesome sample knits that I'm working on now. The first of which is one you guys have seen before, but I've got much more progress. I know I said I was going to work to get it done before I leave, and I might. I don't know. If I don't, it'll just come with me. And this is a great traveling project along with my other one I'll show you. So this is the Fading Point Northern Bee. Melissa is the dyer from Northern Bee Studios. Look at this one. I've showed it on Instagram just recently. I've knit a little bit since then. But okay, so this is a huge fading point. So if you are familiar, it's a Hohi Locatelli pattern. If you did the starting point, which I showed a couple weeks ago, you make 2 of these. So it's kind of big and large, and it comes to a point. You make 2 of these, and then you attach them in the middle, and then you work on the sides for this shawl. So I am already on color 4 of this. So I only have one more color of this section, and then I'll start the second section. And I have to mention, this is in my Kalm Collections bag. This one was new. I nabbed it. We recorded that a couple days ago, so I've only had it for a few days. And if you had been here before we were recording, because I knew that I was taking this back. So I knew it was coming home with me, and I had this project, this Fading Point project that has the 5 balls of yarn. Emily was here, and I'm like, I've got to get this project together. The yarn was like rolling. It was just going everywhere. I'm like, I just lost 2 more of them. Where'd they go? Ridiculous. So need a bag. It's a must. Now, I will also say, after working for some time now with the Northern Bee yarns, Northern Bee Studio yarns, it is so soft. I'm really impressed with that, and her color consistency and how well it's all working together. Melissa picked this fade out, and look at this. It's just awesome. So I'm really, really pleased with this. Here, I'll stand up and get it close. I'm pleased with it. It's going to be hard to send it back, but I will, of course. So yeah, the colors are just looking great. The fade is awesome. And look at that lace detail with all the little flowers. I'm loving it. On a side note, Grocery Girls charm. I was lucky enough to nab one of their Christmas sock sets that they did. So I nabbed one, and I got that really cool charm, which I'm digging. So that is my starting fade. No, this one's the Fading Point. That's my Fading Point Northern Bee Yarns Studio. And I, of course, will attach her to this. Melissa's been awesome to work with. I really like her yarn. I like the softness of it. I'm fading into the last one. It should be tonight that I get going on with that. So my other project, the only one that I have left to do that I was trying to get done before Portland, you guys will know this one well, is my Sunset Highway sweater. So I've made huge progress on it. I'm at the bottom, and I added this detail. I'm sure you can see it because you know my struggle with I'm running out of the main color. I was really stressed about that. So I decided to take the same scallops you see at the top and add that at the bottom. I saw a couple pictures with that on Ravelry. So I just jumped in and did it. My tension is better than it was at the top, but it still needs to be blocked. It'll look better once it's blocked. So I have about 15 more rows, and then I am binding off of this with this. So I'm very close to that, and then I've got the sleeves. I'm still not convinced that that's going to be enough to save my issue with not having enough of the main color. We'll see. I also don't know that I'm going to get it done before we go, but I'm trying, so we'll see. My problem is I'm one that likes to, I think I shared this already. I always used to be a monogamous knitter, one project at a time, focus on it till it's done, that's it. And now I've since learned that I really do enjoy I'm trying to get what's the right thing for me. I think it's going to end up being 1 sweater on the needles at all time, 1 to 2 shawls, and at least 1 smaller project. Because it seems like, some of these projects, when you get going on them, like that knitting, now that it's color work again, I'm loving that sweater. But when it's just knitting in the round for 15 inches, that's a long time. That's a lot of just knit, and it's fingering weight. So I find that I can do that for a while, but then I need to break it up and do something different. I'm just more efficient, I'm more effective, and I just get more done when I do it that way. So that is something I am noticing about myself. So I'm really glad I know that. And on that note, I have a new cast on, which I will probably post on Instagram today. This comes out, the video is coming out in a couple days. So it's another Kalm Collections bag. This is this awesome succulents bag that we are giving away. I'm still so excited that Emily is so graciously and gratefully doing this. It's such a good quality bag. Again, that's the bag we just talked about that we're giving away with the yarn. So this project, which I'm over the moon that I'm able to work with this yarn. It is new to me yarn, and I could not be more excited. I've already messaged and said, oh my gosh, I have an idea. I want to do a Guthrie sweater with this yarn because it's that amazing. Wait till I show you. So excited about that. So excited about this project as well. I'm sure that I will be knitting this again with the same exact yarns for myself, but this is another test sample knit that I am doing, and it is for Panorama Yarns. Can you see this gradient? Oh my gracious. And I think the yellow is looking super bright on this, and I'm sorry about that. It's just my natural light, so I'm not sure how I'm gonna like dim that down. I don't know, we'll figure it out. I'll probably add a picture, but it's just this awesome, it's called her Blood Orange colorway. It's amazing. And this is her NCM, so 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon. This is 800 yards. What I did not know, which has got me so excited, she will dye, I think it's up to 2,200 yards of a gradient like this for you upon request. You know, you can ask her to do that, and she'll do that for you. And that's blowing my mind because I think that's amazing. Now this pattern, it is an Amba O'Brien pattern. Oh my gracious, where did I put it? Maybe it's still in, oh, no, it's not in there. I'm going to say it wrong, Xuna, Una? I don't know. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. I will pop a picture up in the corner, but it's this awesome color work pattern. I've just started, so this is all, new. I've just started it, but here's the just beginning. Isn't that going to be so great? I love anything Amba O'Brien. I'm sure you guys have realized by now, I do quite a few of her patterns. I probably have over 10 done at this point. Yeah, easily. And I've got quite a few with yarn purchased to do that I'm going to keep working on. So it is with her black colorway, and I had that shipped. Yep. So this is it's called Noir. So the Noir colorway from Panorama Fibers, and the Blood Orange gradient. So excited to knit this up. This one for sure is coming with me on the yarn crawl because we've got a 4-hour flight just one way. So this is I love mosaic knitting. To me, it's very relaxing. So this is coming with me, really excited about it. Yeah, and I cannot wait. Gradient knitting like this, I just want the needles fly because you just want to see how is it going to look? How is it going to work out? When are the colors going to transition? So I am just so excited about this project as well. So I feel like I've got a good mix right now because I know this is a shawl, and I can have 2 shawls for me is good. This is a smaller shawl than the Fading Point one. That's a 5 skein shawl. So it's just different, different amounts of yarn. But that's all I've got on my needles right now is just these 3. I'm thinking about, we'll see. I might throw a hat on at some point. Might even be while I'm on the trip. I don't know. But that would be the only thing that I am still thinking about is maybe a hat, a fixation hat. I think I showed that with some spin cycle yarns, but it's not a need at this point by any means because I've got so much to work on. So much beautiful things to work on. It makes me happy. So as I said, we're 1 week away from leaving on the trip. We have already done some shopping. I have got our ride to the airport lined up. I still have to get the rental car in Portland. So that's the one thing I don't have done yet as far as the trip goes. The girls are so excited. We had to go, of course, they're my girls. I'm sure your kids are the same. They grow like weeds. So we had to go get new swimsuits. So they've already got their swimsuits for the year. We got those yesterday. So yeah, we're just doing a ton. Izzy, my oldest, she has so much to do before we go. She has her solo ensemble for band tonight. She has music that she's got to do a performance tonight. So she's got that. And then every single night this week, except one, Friday night, she has activities. She has a huge presentation. She is doing a skit this live. It's about NHD National History Day. They're doing, the theme was Triumph to Tragedy. Or no, Tragedy to Triumph. And Izzy's doing Virginia Hall, a spy from World War II. So she's done so much research, and she's decided she's going to do a skit, and she's going to act out some of the pieces in her life that made her amazing and made her who she is. So wow, that means a lot for Mom too. So we're doing a lot of timing of her because she's only got 10 minutes, which sounds again like a lot of time, but it's not when you really get going. So yeah, so there's a lot to do in this next week, but we will get it done, and we will be so happy to be there. I am getting giddy thinking about, I keep looking at the events page on the Rose City Yarn Crawl to see, you know, there's different trunk shows happening. I'm trying to get a plan for where we're going to go when, trying to get some routes. We're plugging in some other things. I thought it was going to be a little bit warmer. It looks like temperature wise, I don't even know that it'll get to 50, which is perfect for knitwear. So perfect for that. But we really there were a couple hikes that we really wanted to do. So I think we're just going to bundle up and rock it out. We'll see. But even if it is rainy and I guess Pacific Northwestern weather, which is what I would think of rainy, we're still going to do, there's museums, there's pools, there's all kinds of amazing things for the girls and I to do. And of course, the yarn stores and the bookstores, and we're really excited. So on that note, I've got some finished objects. I don't know if you can see this one right here, and I'm going to try and get it off without messing the microphone. I hope it's recording okay. I put it in a different spot. This is the Rose City Yarn Crawl Mystery Knit Along Shawl. So if you're still knitting it, fast forward. This is definitely a spoiler alert, so I'm sorry. I used Woolen Boon at the top and Hooker's Corner at the bottom. Look at this shawl. This was the Rami Hill shawl. It's my first Rami Hill design I've ever done. I absolutely adore it. The lacework's amazing. Got it all blocked out. I'm really excited about this shawl. Like, this is one of those proud knitter moments. I'm really excited. In fact, Rami Hill has another mystery knit along coming up, and I already bought it. I'm planning on buying yarn at the Yarn Crawl to do it, or looking at my stash. We'll talk about that later. The other thing I got done, which I'm pumped about, I'm not going to put it on just simply because of the microphone, was the Anne with an E hat and my Anne with an E Patiki cowl. So that's blocked, done, off the needles, gonna look amazing. So that is all done. Such a fun knit, so grateful to have that done. And blocking really made a difference, which it always does. I know that we know that it does, but sometimes I don't, as you know, I don't get around to doing it. But it made such a huge difference on that shawl in particular, or that cowl in particular. The colorwork made it feel a little tight, and that loosened it up and gave me a little bit more room on my neck, which I liked. So the next part, or the next thing I want to chat with you guys about before I sign off, because I don't want to make it too long with the interview that we already did. Things in the mail. I have got to talk about a new to me dyer, which I actually also sent to my fiber share, not these same skeins, to my fiber share partner. Hannah made it. So I have been watching her on Instagram for some time. She has these awesome, bright neon colors. She's a colorful person. Her aesthetic, I love. She's rad. So my fiber share partner wanted some blue, and my package I had for her that I was already planning for her didn't have a lot of blue in it. Actually, it had no blue in it because that's not where I'm personally at right now with spring coming. You know, I'm in like peach. For whatever reason, peach is my color of the season right now. So I was in peaches and reds and yellows and those fun colors. And by the time this video comes out, she'll already have her package, so I'm not ruining anything. But anyway, so I contacted Hannah of Hannah Made It, and I asked her if she could dye up some special yarn that I had been eyeing for a while. And the one thing I have grown to really appreciate about the indie dyers is that if they can, which they can't always, and I respect that, but if they can, they dye things up for you that you've been wanting and oogling over, and she did that. So this is her, if I want exposure, I'll get my tits out while riding my unicorn, which is part of the Tits Out collective that Countess, that's how I know her as, but I think there's another one. Countess Ablaze, maybe? Countess Blaze? I'm not sure. From England, she did last year, but look at these in person. Holy smokes with the neon and the colors. So what's really cool about it is it's got some really great speckles and it's got some calmer parts. And then you like get to the fun, crazy, neon-y colors. This colorway. And then she also knit up or dyed up for me Girl Crush. Girl Crush is really great. It's got pinks. Again, it's got some great pinks, some gray tones, some really calm, beautiful speckles. So I'm appreciating that quite a bit. There we go. So that is really great. She did that for me. I couldn't be more grateful and thankful. And my youngest is already, these two skeins right here, she has got dibs on. I'm not sure what we're making with it. She wants a hat, so we'll see. But that's what she's up to. So those are those yarns. And then I also did, which I've never done before, someone had a D-stash going on. So it was some yarns from some companies that I've always been wondering about and curious about and haven't ordered from yet. So this was Lolo Did It. I've never had her yarn before, but she's really awesome on Insta. So I'm like, let's try it. So this is a fun one I got from a D-stash. There you go. It's going to be a future sock at some point. So that'll be good. And then Woolen Vine. So, I mean, I'm newer to podcast world. And so I have not been following her for long, but I really do enjoy it. So these were two that were in the D-stash. And this one is, I Will Always Find You, I believe. It's 80% merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon. So look at those colors, just real earthy. And I'll put them both up. The other one is Fairy Hair, 70% blue-faced lasseter, 20% silk, and 10% cashmere. So some different combinations in the wool. But look at these colors, really cool colors, which I'm excited about. Kind of different, more earth tones, more muted colors for me. So I'm really pleased with that. So those are new to me, which is great. So that's new. The last thing that I am thinking about and pondering about, that's not all my yarn. Oh boy. I'm going to save some of this, I think, for next time. Yes. Okay. My last thing that I'm thinking and pondering about that I would like your help with, and I printed it out. You're not going to be able to see it because of the glare. But the Marina, Marinna shawl from Amba O'Brien. So my Fibershare partner and I, Allie, we decided that we are going to do like our own knit along. We're going to knit along together. So if you guys want to join, we're going to start mid-March. So not quite ready yet. But I'm going to hold up some different combinations. So my dilemma is I've got a couple different combinations of yarn that I'm excited about, really excited about. But the yardage isn't quite right. I think I can fudge it with some of the stripes in the middle. You'll see the pattern. You can see what I mean. So I'd love to have your ideas. Which one do you think would go better with this pattern? Because I cannot decide. And actually, I have to talk about another dyer because there's another option that I'm thinking about. So with the Fibershare, they always have different dyers that are offering discounts for Fibershare people. And so this was a new to me dyer that I'd never heard of before, and I ended up getting 2 skeins. But look at how it came packaged in this really cute polka dot bag inside another bag. And it was like all, tied up, really cute. So I'll get these out. This is Wobble Gobble. So I'd never heard of them before. I was pretty excited about it. From New York. I am pretty darn sure. It doesn't say on here, but I'm pretty sure she's a dyer from New York. These are both her 4-ply sock weight, 100% superwash merino wool. And I just felt that these were so springy and beautiful. Again, the light's crazy today. So it had peach, which I'm super digging on peach right now. It had some great peaches, some awesome speckles, some light blue. So that's one option. And this one's more minty. Again, it's really light, great speckles because I'm a lover of all speckly things. Had some great peaches tones in that too. So both are really, really cool yarns and they could be good options. And here are some other options I've got going on. So these are both one is Allegra, one is La Jolla, I think, Jolla. So this is one of the options for that shawl that I'm thinking about. I don't know. And then this yarn in particular. I got this, oh gosh, almost a year ago. It was my husband. It was our 15th wedding anniversary. And we went up to a bed and breakfast with a murder mystery, which was really cool, up in Iowa, up north. And we stopped in Dubuque, I'm pretty sure is the name of that city. And they had a yarn store. So I had to get some commemorative yarn, of course. So this is, that's the Lajola. Same thing, Lajolla. And then this Brew City Yarns, which is really great. Now, the pattern calls for 440 yards, and this is only 400 yards. Both of them are 400 yards, but the first color you need less of, the second color you need more of. So that's where I'm like, oh, because I would love to do it out of this one, just because it's that year and it's the anniversary, and oh my gosh, it's the peach thing that I'm so into right now. So this is one option as well. And then when I got these skeins from Wobble Gobble, I'm like, oh, should I do these two? I don't know. So I'm trying to make that decision. I have a few more weeks, or I could, because I keep thinking I can buy more at the Rose City Yarn Crawl, but I mean, really, I've got great options here. They're hitting all of my spring, they're hitting all the spring things that I've got feeling right now. So help me decide. I don't know. I've got some time. I won't cast on till I get back. So I definitely have some time before I get going with this. So anyway, that's it. I've got some more skeins that came in, but I'm going to hold off on those because there's plenty of time to share those with you, because I will not be creating anything with them right now. But thanks again for tuning in. Thanks again for sharing in my excitement about the Rose City Yarn Crawl. I'm over the moon. The girls we're not packed yet. We're going to pack this weekend. But we're getting packed. We're thinking about it. I've got my plans for what I'm wearing each day. And I think I'm going to take pictures, of course, and put it on Insta for each day's outfit. Knitwear, right? Have to do it. But anyway, I hope I see you there. If you're going to be there, comment and let me know. Can't wait. And thanks for stopping. And I'll have one more check-in before we go. Hopefully the sweater's done. We'll see. I know I'll have a lot more progress on the other two projects too. All right, guys. Thanks. Have a good one.